Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RGL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is April 7th, 1969. We are at historic Crosley Field. It's opening day as we feature the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Cincinnati Reds. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting replay of Inside Pitch Baseball. This is the 1969 season voted upon by you to have the most dice, and the dice rolled at the end of the season review and reveal show for 72. This is the season that came up. We are ready to begin another exciting season of Inside Pitch. For those of you who do not know how one of my seasons go, we play 1 day per 3 days of baseball. So today's date is April 7th. The next day would be April 10th. Games of the 10-minute ticker are handled by FastScore, and you will see this in action tonight. The 1969 season was the first season to use the two-division alignment in each division. In each league. I play expanded playoffs. It will be top 3 teams in each division will make the postseason. Must have winning records or they will not make it, and the postseason will be modified. The number 6 seed plays the 5 in a 1-game playoff. The winner plays the 4 in a 1-game playoff. The winner of the wild card faces the number 1 in the division series. The 2 and the 3 will play each other in the division series, which is best of 5. The championship and World Series are both best of 7. Remember, these are expanded playoffs. These are not the historical playoffs that were held in 1969, because the championship series that year was only a best of 5. And of course, that's all they did. We will have the All-Star Game in 1969. This year it was at RFK Stadium. The National League will be at the American League. That is where the All-Star Game will be played for this season. So we are in 1969. This is the year of my birth. And sooner or later, I kind of figured this season was going to get chosen. It is good to see everybody here back today. Jeremy Brooks, Brian B., Ben Witz, Ron McGrath, XESG2, Doug Hunt, Brian Patterson, Frank Roszank, Phoenix Knight, and Midlife Crisis all join us here at Crosley Field. Yeah, I'm old, that's for sure. The Dodgers historically won this game on the opening day, 3-2. The Dodgers had 3 runs, 8 hits, and an error. The Reds had 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. But we are all set to see how this is going to go. So we are all set and ready. Here goes another grueling 4 months of doing this every night with little breaks in between for me. Remember, my off seasons last 2 months, and you can see why it does with as grueling as this is for me to do. But I have a lot of fun doing it. Well, guys, it's ready to get going, so let's see what happens as the Dodgers take on the Reds for tonight's game, and let's see how it goes. Clee baseball fan now joins us here at Crosley Field, and let's get set and ready to go. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds today was Gary Nolan. 8 wins, 8 losses, a 3.55 ERA. He had 83 strikeouts and 37 walks in 69. We are at Crosley Field. This was a hitter's park. 171 home runs was hit here at this park. It is a hitter's park, no doubt about it. I don't know if any of you ever was anybody in the chat ever at Crosley Field. Of course, Crosley Field would be the penultimate year before the Reds move into Riverfront, although they did play at Crosley Field pretty much half of the 1970 season. But if anybody was at Crosley Field at one point, let me know. It is all set and ready. It is opening day, people. It is time to play some Inside Pitch Baseball. A new season is around, and this is going to be something else after definitely here. Man, why is there no baseball on? Wait a minute. Let's see what happens here. Leading off for the Dodgers will be the center fielder, Willie Crawford. He's at center field for this game. A 247 average, 11 homers, and 41 RBIs in 69. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. Reds are the home team. Not an empty seat here at Crosley Field. Everybody is all set and ready. A new season is upon us. Who will be hoisting the World Series trophy at the end of this one? Only the dice and inside pitch have to find out. Let's get started as the 1969 season is underway. 6-6, Nolan, a range play to start the season. Crawford, a 1-2, that's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Mr. Peter Rose. His range is a 3, and he will make the play. Out number 1, that'll be a fly out to center, and that will be started with Mr. Peter Rose. Next up for the Dodgers will be the right fielder, Len Gabrielson, 270 average, a homer, and 18 RBIs in 69. Nolan, 5-3, strikeout 1, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Crosley Field subtracts 2 from strikeouts and -1 from walks. That is a 1, so easily Gabrielson is out of there, and that is the first strikeout for Nolan, 2 down. Next batter will be the third baseman, Bill Sudakis, 234 average, 14 homers, and 53 RBIs in 69. Not kind of weak at the plate, but a pretty good fielder. Nolan, 4-5, strikeout 13. That's going to be too high. Sudakis, 3-5, and that is a line drive right to second base. That's going to be caught by Tommy Helms, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Nolan. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This was actually his last year, Mr. Don Drysdale, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. 5 wins, 4 losses, though. 4.43 ERA, 24 strikeouts, and 13 walks. He only had 12 starts in 69 for the Dodgers. Of course, this was his final year with Don Drysdale. DJP now joins us here at Crosley Field. And let's see. Leading off for the Reds will be the center fielder, Mr. Pete Rose, Hall of Famer. No. One of the greatest of all time. Yeah, 348 average, 16 homers, 82 RBIs. Mr. Rose had an awesome year that season. Tracy Meehan joins us here at Crosley Field. Drysdale, 2-5, hit by pitch, 19 is high. Rose, 6-6, and it's a ground ball hit to short. That'll be taken care of by Ted Sizemore, and that will be out number 1. Next up will be the right fielder, Bobby Tolen. He's in right field for this game. 305 average, 21 homers, 93 RBIs that year. Drysdale, 3-1, error on a throw. Tolen, 3-6. That's going to be a pop out to first base. That'll be taken care of by Ron Fairley, and that'll be out number 2. 2 quick outs. And now the left fielder, Alex Johnson. I don't know much about him. 315 average, though. 17 homers, 88 RBIs. Pretty good year in 69. When I say I don't know much about him, it means I really don't know much about the player. But all you guys can get in the chat, please let me know something about a player if I'm not 100% sure who he was. Drysdale, a 6-4. That is a strikeout. 20 is way too high. Johnson, 6-6, and it's a base hit for Alex Johnson. He gets the first single of the season. So runner on first for Johnson for the Reds. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Hall of Famer, Mr. Tony Perez. Had a great year in 69. 294 average, 37 bombs, 122 RBIs. I don't know about you, but that's an excellent year. Johnson, let's see, strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Drysdale will pitch. 5-1, blank, Perez, 2-2, and that'll be a ground ball hit to third base. That'll be taken care of by Sudakis, and he's going to throw to first to get Perez, and that will retire the side. So no runs and a hit for the Reds. No score after 1. Good to have everybody tonight here for opening day. Steeler fan now joins us here at Crosley Field. We go to the top of the second. And leading off for the Dodgers will be the first baseman, Ron Fairly. Fairly will be on the Montreal Expos later in the season. He is a Dodger at this time. 274 average, 12 homers, 47 RBIs. Every time a player comes up that is not wearing the current uniform of the team they're on, I will always mention it so that you guys don't get confused. Nolan will pitch. Nolan, 1-2, strikeout, one, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that'll be second strikeout for Gary Nolan. Next up will be the left fielder, Andy Cosco. 248 average, 19 homers, 74 RBIs. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Crosley Field. Nolan, 6'4", strikeout 5. Cold strike 3 on Cosco. He got him. Cosco against the righty, 7 -2 makes him a 5. That is a 5, and usually when the number is right on the money of the run, I will usually say that it's a called strikeout, and that will be the third strikeout for Nolan. 2 down. And that will bring up the catcher, Tom Haller, a 263 average, 6 homers, 39 RBIs, and 69. Nolan, 5-2, strikeout 5. He got him, swing and a miss, struck him out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Gary Nolan strikes out the side. Fourth strikeout, and the easy one there goes the Dodgers, and we will go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Reds will be the first baseman, Lee May, 278 average, 38 homers, 110 RBIs. This Reds lineup was pretty decent, as a matter of fact, in 69. Drysdale, 5'4", strikeout, 15, too good, too high. May, 1-2, that's a power hit to center field. That's a 17 against a righty. That's just going to die out there, and that is going to be a fly out to center field, and that will be out number 1, as Crawford will get to that one, no problem. And that'll bring up that guy, the catcher, the big man himself, Mr. Johnny Bench. Hall of Famer, yes. One of the greatest of all time, yes. And some people say he is the greatest catcher of all time. You can make an argument for it, but it's kind of hard to beat Mr. Bench. 293 average, 26 homers, 90 RBIs, and 69. He was really just starting to come into his prime at that time. Drysdale, 3-5, home run chance, righty, 1-11. The 3 is good against a righty. Bench needs a 16. Does Johnny Bench hit the first home run of the season? Oh, yeah, not a doubter on that one. He sent that one over the right field fence in Crosley Field, and that is a nice souvenir. Kaboom! That ball is high! That ball is deep! That ball is gone! Home run, Johnny Bench! Johnny Bench gets the first home run of the 1969 season. It's a solo bomb. It's 1-0 Reds. Johnny Bench comes up there, and Don Drysdale pitched him a meatball, and Johnny Bench turned that into lasagna. So with 1 out and now a 1-0 lead for the Reds, here comes the second baseman, Tommy Helms, a 269 average, a homer, and 40 RBIs in 69. Drysdale with the pitch. 2-6 against the righty, walk. That 10 is going to be too high. Helms, 6-1, and that's a ground ball, hit the third. That'll be taken care of by Sudeikis, and over to first it goes, 2 down. 2 outs, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Woody Woodward. I don't know much about him. I guess he was the shortstop before Concepcion took over. 261 average, no bombs, 15 RBIs in 69. Drysdale with the pitch. 3-2, range play. Woodward, 1-2, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Ted Sizemore. The infield is normal. His range is a 2, and he's got it. Nice play by Sizemore. Picks it up, tosses it over to first, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by who else could it be? Mr. Bench. Reds have a 1-0 lead after 2. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Dodgers will be the second baseman, Jim Lefebvre. He's at second base for this game. 236 average, 4 homers, and 44 RBIs in 69. Nolan, 4-4. That's a blank, not tired. Lefebvre, 2-2. A line drive right back to Nolan. He puts up his glove. Pow! Goes right into it, and that's an out. So out number 1. Nice play there. Nice snag by Nolan. Here comes the shortstop, Ted Sizemore, 271 average, 4 homers, 46 RBIs. The shortstop before Concepcion probably asked, you need to know about him. I know, right? Nolan, 1-4, range play. Sizemore, 3-1. That's a base hit to right field, but it's a range play for Bobby Tolen. He's going after it. His range is a 3. He can't get it. That'll be a single. So Sizemore gets the first hit of the game for the Dodgers. And that will bring up the pitcher, Don Drysdale. This is not the year where he hit over 300. Only a 136 average and 3 RBIs in 69. Not a good bunter at all. They're probably going to let him swing away here. Strategy roll first. Nothing on the 6. Sizemore will stay put. Drysdale's going to swing. Nolan. 1-5, strikeout 11, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the 5th K for Gary Nolan. So he's off to a good start today. Next batter will be Crawford. He's 0-for-1. And let's see, Sizemore, he will stay put. Nolan will pitch to Crawford. Nolan, 4-6 against the lefty. Strikeout plus 10. That's a 7. That is a swing. That is a miss. And that is a strikeout. That'll end the inning. 6 strikeout for Nolan. And no runs in a hit for the Dodgers. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Good to have everybody today. I know a lot of people have been waiting 2 months for this night as we start a brand new season of Inside Pitch. Leading off for the Reds will be the pitcher, Gary Nolan. He can hit the ball, 229 average and 2 RBIs. Drysdale, a 2-2 range play. Nolan, 6-6, ground ball right back to Drysdale. His range is a 3, and he got it. Nice play by Drysdale. Pick it up and throw it over to first, and that will be an out. Next batter is Mr. Rose. He's 0-for-1. Drysdale, 4-2 against the switch left. That's a blank. Rose, 2-4, and he grounds out to second. Handled easily by Lefebvre, and he'll toss it over to first. And now here's Tolen. Tolen is 0-for-1. Drysdale, a 2-1. That's a home run result against a righty. Tolen needs a 12. That is a 12. That's going to clear the wall by maybe a foot or something, but it's going to be good enough. Kaboom! That ball's pretty high. That ball is pretty deep. That ball is pretty gone. Home run, Bobby Tolen! Stadium cheers! Yay! Bobby Tolen gets his bomb, and it's now 2-0 Reds. And that one, Drysdale just pitched him a grapefruit, and he turned that into fruit salad. Just cleared the wall maybe by a foot or two. And winning after that pretty much was Costco, but it was just out of his reach. And that'll now bring up Johnson. Johnson got a base hit his first time up. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Drysdale, 1-6, walk 6, and that will be too high. Johnson, 4-1, ground out to second base. That'll get taken care of by Lefebvre. And over to first it goes to retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by Bobby Tolen. It's 2-0 Reds. Good to have everybody here to watch this season. For those of you, usually a regular season of mine lasts about 2.5 months. The postseason lasts about a month and a half. We then have, of course, our season selection show where we find out what 4 seasons will be available for the next one. The next season that will start after this one will be on January 6th, with December 29th being the demo game for the next season. But of course, we don't know what that one will be until we reveal it. So who knows? But always good to look ahead. Top of the 4th inning, Len Gabrielson leads off for LA. He's 0 for 1. 2-0 Reds. Nolan 2-5. Wild pitch, ball 1. 5-3 strikeout. 18 is high. Gabrielson 2-1. That's a line drive right to first. That's grabbed by May. And that's out number 1. Next up is Sudakis. He's 0 for 1. Nolan, 5-6. Strikeout. That's an 8. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nolan is dealing it today. That is the 7th strikeout for Nolan. He is off to a heck of a start. He only had 83 of them in 69. Here comes Fairley. Fairley is 0 for 1. Nolan, 2-4, hit by pitch. The 16 is high. Fairley, 6-5, and that's a base hit. He'll hit that one into center field, taken care of there by Pete Rose. So a single for Fairley and a runner on first. Badger and Burnmouth fan joins us here at Crosley Field. Yes, a new season begins. January 6th, we really need to revisit your current contract. Hey, I need 2 months off after all of this. Here's Costco. Costco's 0 for 1. Fairly not really a threat to steal, and he's not going anywhere. Nolan, 6-3, blank. Costco, 1-6. That's a ground out to second base, taken care of there by Tommy Helms. And he is going to tag second base and force out Ron Fairley, and that will end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Dodgers. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Welcome to opening day for 1969. Leading off for the Reds will be Mr. Tony Perez. He is 0 for 1. Drysdale, 4-2 against a righty. Strikeout 6. That's good enough. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the first K for Don Drysdale. Only had 24 of them that year, but yet 69 was Don Drysdale's last season. Here's May. May is 0 for 1. Drysdale, 3-4, blank. May, 3-1, and that's a ground out to first base. Fairley will go ahead and take care of that himself, as Fairley will treat Lee May unfairly and tag the bag, and that will be out number 2. A nice ovation comes up from Mr. Johnny Bench. This is 1969. A lot of Reds fans knew that they had a heck of a player in Johnny Bench at this time. Of course, they really didn't know how good. He was only, I think this was his third or fourth year. Bench got a bomb his first time up. Drysdale, 5-4, strikeout, 19, no way. Bench, 5-4, base hit. He'll hit that one into left field, and Bench will get his second hit of the game. That'll bring up Helms. Helms is 0 for 1. Bench actually had 6 stolen bases, probably failed hit and run attempts, and he's not going anywhere. Drysdale will go ahead and pitch. Drysdale, 4-3, walk 2, and that is barely ball 4, but he walked him. So Helms will trot down to first on a walk, and that's the first walk issued by Drysdale. It'll bring up Woodward. Woodward is 0 for 1. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Nothing happening on Strat. Drysdale will go ahead and pitch. Drysdale, 2-5, hit by pitch. 15 is too high. Woodward, 4-4, and that's a ground out to first. That'll be handled by Fairley. He'll take it himself, and that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And that is all for the Reds. It is 2-0 Reds after 4. The Dodgers historically won this game 3-2. But sometimes inside pitch has a mind of its own. Frank Rosenk joins us here at Crosley Field. Has anybody ever been to Crosley Field? I mean, that means you probably have to be old like me. But anybody ever took a trip to Crosley Field? Anybody was ever there? I look at the pictures. It looked like actually a nice ballpark. Top of the fifth for the Dodgers. Here's Tom Haller. Haller's 0 for 1. Nolan will pitch. Nolan, 6-1 against the lefty. That's going to be a walk plus 10. And that'll be ball 4. Haller will trot to first. And that is the first walk given up by Nolan. It'll then bring up Lefebvre. He's 0 for 1. You know a few people who went to Crosley. Infield a double play. Haller had no stolen bases. And that is a 1. And a hit and run actually comes up. But I don't think you're going to do that here. Hit and run is available because he does have the H, but his stolen base rating is a 0. If Lefebvre strikes out, you're down by, I'll swing away. Nolan, 6-5, walk 3. That's ball 4. So now the Dodgers got something going on here. As suddenly Nolan has walked the first 2 batters. So now runners at first and second. There's a chance for the Dodgers. Here's Sizemore. Sizemore got a base hit his first time up. Infield still a double play depth, and nothing happening on the flare, so on the strat. So Haller on at second, Lefebvre on at first. Nolan with the pitch. Nolan 1-5, strikeout. 15 is high. Sizemore 5-1. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. Going after that is going to be Tolen. He'll make the catch. Haller, a base running rating of 2, hit to right -1. Right fielder is Tolen's a -1 arm, which makes his base running rating a 0. Haller will automatically stay at second base. That brings up Don Drysdale. And Drysdale can pitch to 22 batters. He can still pitch to 5 more. This is 1969. I think he would hit. Even though it probably wouldn't right in this situation. But this is 1969, not 2024. He will bat. And nothing on the strat. Nolan, 1-1, strikeout 20. Got him easily. They'll strike him out. That'll be the 8th K for Nolan, and that is out number 2. This is 1969 baseball, not 2024. And now the batter is Crawford. Crawford is 0 for 2. Yeah, he wouldn't bat in that, I know, in 2024. So I guess I got to go back to what, 2022? Before the universal DH was put in? Or something like that. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Nolan trying to get out of the jam. Strategy, that is a 2 and nothing happening. Nolan, 4-2 against the lefty. That's a walk plus 10. And that will walk him, and the bases are loaded. So Nolan has walked all 3 batters. And they're going to talk to him on the mound for a moment. And here comes Gabrielson. A good chance for the Dodgers to try to get some runs in here. So now bases are loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Fans here at Crosley getting a little worried. Well, let's see what he does here. I'm not a fan of the universal DH. I think the pitcher should grab a stick. That being said, I understand why the DH has to be used. You're paying a pitcher millions of dollars to pitch, not leg out a ground out to second and twist his ACL. I understand the reason. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Nolan will pitch to Gabrielson. Bases are loaded here. Fans at Crosley hoping Nolan can get it done. Nolan, 6-2, strikeout 12. That is high. Gabrielson, 5-6, and it's a base hit to center field. It'll be a single. Haller will go ahead and score. Lefebvre, base runner 3, single to center. Single to center, +2, a 1-5. Lefebvre will score, and he does. Lefebvre will score. Crawford, that was a 4. He will make third. Gabrielson holds it first. The Dodgers have tied it up at 2. Stadium groans. Oh, those bases on balls. Big time hit for Gabrielson. Ties this game up at 2. Bringing in 2 runs. Here comes Sudeikis. And he's 0 for 2. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Dodgers and Reds tied at 2 now. Fans at Crosley a little bit hard. Marlon Price joins us here at Crosley Field. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Gabrielson and Crawford stay put. Nolan, 6-4, strikeout, 18 is high. Sudeikis, 6-1, and it's a base hit past short, and the Dodgers have taken the lead. Crawford will score. Gabrielson, he will hold at second base. Sudeikis at the first, and the Dodgers now lead it 3-2. Stadium groans. So now it's a 3-2 game as the Dodgers have scored 3 here in the top of the 5th. Nolan cannot get out of the inning. And here comes Fairley. Nolan, 3 walks and 2 hits he's given up in this inning. Fairley is 1 for 2, got a base hit his last time up. Nothing on the 2, nobody moves. Nolan will go ahead and he will pitch. Nolan, 3-6, that's a range play at the park. Crosley Field, 6-6, and it's a pop fly ball right behind the plate. It's a pop out to the catcher, but it's a range play for Johnny Bench. He's going after it. His range is a 4. And he's got it in foul territory, and that will end the inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks. The Dodgers take the lead 3-2 going in the bottom of the 5th here in opening day of 1969. Bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Reds will be Gary Nolan, and he'll bat. He's 0 for 1. Drysdale, 6-3, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. That'll be the second strikeout for Drysdale, 1 down. Here comes Mr. Rose. Rose is 0 for 2. Drysdale will make the play. Drysdale, 3-2, range play. Rose, 1-1, ground ball to short. That's a range play, though, for Sizemore. Sizemore's range is a 2. That's a 5. He ain't getting that one. That will be a base hit for Mr. Rose. So Pete Rose will get the first tying run on base. And here comes Tolen. Tolen hit a bomb his last time up. He is 1 for 2. As Double D and Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike join us here at Crosley Field. Strategy roll here, and Rose is staying where he is. Drysdale will pitch to Tolen, infield automatically at double play. Drysdale, 1-6, walk, 5. That's going to miss. Tolen, 4-6, and that's a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn it. 2-3-3. Shortstop, pivot, Sizemore, 0-1-3. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 3-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Reds. As Tolen grounds out into the 3-6-3. 3-2 Dodgers, which is the historical score of this game after 5. Long way to go, though. Top of the 6th. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Andy Costco, and he's 0 for 2. Everybody, welcome to opening day, 1969. My Mets won the World Series historically. Will they do it here in inside pitch and fast score? I don't know. Nolan, 4-3. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 1-5. That's a home run to center field against a righty. Costco needs a 19. That's an 18. And that ball is, well, That ball is pretty gone. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Andy Costco. Stadium groans. Another home run hit here at Crosley Field, but this one is by Costco. The Dodgers, they take a 4-2 lead. And yeah, I got to figure out what hockey game I want because with my Panthers winning the Stanley Cup, by the way, I got to get a hockey game for next season. I haven't decided whether either Hockey Blast or Stratomatic Hockey. Hockey Blast, I think I can put on the table. Stratomatic Hockey, I'm not 100% sure. Here comes Haller. Haller is 0 for 1 with a walk. Still nobody out, top of the sixth. Nolan, 1-1, strikeout, 20 is high. Haller, 6-3, base hit, hits that one into center field. And the Dodgers are now beginning to get hits easily. It'll bring up Lefebvre. Lefebvre's 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield a double play. Haller on at first. Inside the crease. I have inside the crease. And as much as I love inside the crease, and I do have it, it doesn't seem to flow well for me. I don't know. I'd rather play something a little faster and a little easier. And I'm not really a fan of APA, even though I've tried it. Strategy roll. Nothing for Haller. He'll stay put. Lefebvre's going to swing away. Nolan, 3-3, strikeout, 12 is high. Lefebvre, 6-3. That's a power hit to center field. That's an 18 against the righty, though that'll die out there, and it will be a fly out to center as Pete Rose will make the catch. So now here's Sizemore. Sizemore 1 for 2 with a single. And nothing on the strat. Haller stays where he is. Nolan, 4-2 against the righty, blank. Sizemore, 6-2, base hit, center field for Sizemore. Haller, base runner 2. Single to center, -1. Haller gets the third on a 1. It's a 4. He'll hold it second. So a nice hit there by Sizemore. And now the batter is Drysdale. And Drysdale, he can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. They're going to pinch hit. Drysdale's going to come out of the game now. And that will be it for him as the Dodgers will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Dodgers is going to be Wes Parker. 278 average, 13 homers, 68 RBIs. Parker more of a starter for the Dodgers at first base, even though Ron Fairley got the start in this game. John Haverly joins us here at Crosley Field. So runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the sixth, 4-2 Dodgers. Strategy roll. And that is a 2, nothing happening. Nolan will go ahead and he will pitch. Nolan, 2-6, walk. 6, that's ball 4. The bases are loaded. He goes ahead and walks Parker. And now bases are full of bums. And that'll bring up Crawford. And the infield's going to come in. We're down a 4-2 lead here on opening day. So the bases are loaded. Nolan, he will be tired after Crawford. They're going to let him pitch here. So here they go here. So bases are loaded. Fans are at Crosley hoping for a good pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 2. Nolan will pitch to Crawford. The infield is in. Nolan, 4-2 against the lefty. That's a walk plus 10. That is a 6. That is ball 4. He will walk in a run. Brian B, if you're in there, I need a new pitcher because I want to yank out Nolan. I think he's done. Dodgers now have a 5-2 lead here as Nolan walks in a run. Nolan is now tired. The next batter is Gabrielson. And does Brian B have a pitcher he wants to choose from here? Doesn't matter. They all stick except Granger. Okay. Well, that'll be it for Gary Nolan. He's coming out of the game. Reds will go to the bullpen. And let's see who they go with here. And, not much to choose from in lefty-righty. Although usually back in that day, I don't think they cared about sabermetrics. I think they just brought in the best pitcher they had. And it's already a 5-2 game. And who had the most? Granger had the most appearances. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in Clay Carroll. Coming into pitch for the Reds is going to be Clay Carroll. 12 wins, 6 losses, 7 saves. A 3.52 ERA. Carroll will come in. Nolan will wind up taking the loss if, of course, the Reds don't come back. So Clay Carroll will come on to pitch. Does that playing field come with inside pitch? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I had that made. So bases are loaded now for Gabrielson. He's 1 for 3. And the infield is still in, but now it's a 5-2 Dodger lead. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Carroll will go ahead and he will pitch. Carroll, 3-6. That's at the park. Crosley field, 4-3. And it's a base hit to center field for Gabrielson. Sizemore will come in to score. Parker, base runner 4. Single to center, +2 is a 6. He will automatically come in to score. Crawford, a base running rating of 4. Single to center, -1, a 1-3. Crawford will make third. And he does not. He holds at second base, but 2-run score, and the Dodgers now have a 7-2 lead here in the top of the 6th. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Suddenly, nothing going right for the Reds after getting a 2-0 lead. And now the Dodgers have put up a 7 spot unanswered. Here comes Sudica, still 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Infield now back at double play. Strategy rolls are now off. Carroll will pitch. Carroll, 6-2. Error on a throw. Sudicus, 3-1. That's a base hit to right field. The hits just keep on coming. Now it's hit to right field. Bobby Tolen's error rating is an 8. That's a 2, and he's going to make a throwing error. He's going to make an error on a throw. So Crawford, a base running rating of 4, and hit to right field. Tolen, a -1. Hit to right field, a +2. 0. So his base running rating is a 4. There is going to be a throwing error. So, on an error on a throw, which I will get my handy chart out because I always interesting on error on a throw. So, error on a throw. Lead runner on first to third scores on throwing error. Lead runner on first to second takes third on throwing error. Batter takes second. Lead runner on second to third scores on throwing error. So Crawford will automatically come in and he will score on a throwing error. Gabrielson automatically takes third. On error on a throw. And Sudicus is going to wind up taking second. Wow. Nothing going right for the Reds tonight now. So that is a run by Crawford. Gabrielson takes third. Sudicus will take second. That is a single and an E9. That's the first error on the Reds. And it is now 8-2 Dodgers. All errors on the throws always complicated. Usually, yes, they are. That's why I made this handy cheat sheet, which makes things very easy for error on a throw. So Gabrielson on at third, Sudicus on at second. Here's Fairley. And right now the Dodgers have blown this game wide open. JT Batch joins us here at Crosley Field. Fairley is 1 for 2. Nothing going right here for the Reds suddenly. After jumping out to a 2-0 lead, the Dodgers have put 8 unanswered. And still only 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The infield's going to come in. Carroll, a 3-3 wild pitch, a possible pass ball. Johnny Bench's pass ball rating is a 4. And he'll make the play. That will be ball 1. Carroll, Johnny Bench almost allowed a pass ball. That would have been another run. Carroll will try again. 2-2. That is a blank. Fairly. 6-2. That is a ground ball to third base. Gabriel's base running rating becomes a 1 with the infield in. They will not send him. The throw will go to first for the out. 2 away. The runners will hold. So the Dodgers have batted around here in the 6th. And here comes Costco, who led off the inning with a home run. Ryan Sullivan and Rick Query join us here at Crosley Field. Costco had a bomb his last time up and started this inning. They have put a 5 spot here in the inning. Runners at second and third. Infield is normal. Carroll, 4-6, strikeout 12. That's too high. Costco, 2-2, and it's a line drive right to shortstop. That'll be caught by Woodward, and the inning finally is over. 5 runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, a home run by Costco, 2 walks, and 1 error, and the Dodgers have taken an 8-2 lead here going in the bottom of the 6th. What a way to start off opening day. It's going to be one of those seasons. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Not Tom Haller. Leading off will be Alex Johnson. The Dodgers need a pitcher. And let's see who they're going to go with. And let's see, right there. Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be Pete Mickelson. 7 wins, 5 losses, 4 saves, a 2.78 ERA in 69. So Pete Mickelson will come on to pitch, and he can pitch to 7 batters. Alex Johnson leads off for the Reds. And here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 8-2 Dodgers. The Dodgers historically won this game 3-2. So right now the Reds are at their historical mark here. Mickelson with the pitch. 3-5, that's an automatic out, and that's going to be a ground out to first, handled easily there by Fairley, and that will be out number 1. 1 down, here comes Perez. Perez is 0 for 2. Mickelson, 3-6, home run result. Well, against a righty, Perez is a 20. That's a 6. Oh, that doesn't mean much anything because that ball just went, that ball's pretty out of there. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Tony Perez. The Reds get 1 back. That is the 3rd home run of the game for the Reds. It is now 8-3. As Tony Perez goes ahead and gets 1 there. And that was just a bad pitch by Mickelson. And now the batter is May. May is 0 for 2. Stadium lightly cheers. Yay. Mickelson with the pitch. Mickelson, 5-4. Strikeout 2. Swing and a miss. Struck them out. He gets May on a K. 2-way. And now the batter is Mr. Bench. Bench is 2 for 2, though. A home run and a single. Mickelson will go ahead and pitch. Mickelson, 2-3, possible error. Bench, 1-1. That's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Willie Crawford. His error rating is a 12. That's a 16. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 hit. The Reds have gotten a hit in every single inning of this game. But after 6, they're down 8-3. We go to the top of the 7th. Clay Carroll will come out to pitch again. And leading off for the Dodgers will be Tom Haller. Haller is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. As we now begin the top of the 7th. Carroll will go ahead and pitch. Carroll, 5-6, strikeout 4, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a K for Carroll, 1 down. Next batter is Lefebvre. Lefebvre is 0 for 2 with a walk. Carroll, he'll go ahead and pitch. Carroll, 4-3, range play. Lefebvre, 2-2, line drive right back to Carroll. His range is a 5. He leaps up and grabs it, 2 outs. Nice jump by Carroll over his head. But it's a nice range play by Carroll. That's out number 2. Here comes Sizemore. Sizemore 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Carroll will go ahead and pitch. I think they should trade Johnny Bench. I think he's just a flash in the pan. Carroll, 5-3. That's at the park. Crosley field, 2-6, and that's a ground ball hit to third. Getting over there is Perez. Perez will go ahead and take that, toss it over to first, and that will retire the side. Nice comeback inning for the Reds. 1-2-3. Go the Dodgers. We are at our first 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, tonight, right after the game, the return of 10-Minute Ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Our next game will be tomorrow night here on the network. It'll be April 10th, and we will take a trip to historic RFK Stadium as the New York Yankees will take on the Washington Senators. Fritz Peterson, may he rest in peace, he will go for the Yankees. He'll take on Jim Hannon of the Senators. That'll be tomorrow night's game here on the network from RFK Stadium. The Yankees and the Senators for April 10th. So that will be tomorrow night on the network. Bottom of the 7th here, Dodgers lead 8-3. And 1 minute here as something just fell over that I really gotta get. Go. All right. Okay. Leading off for the Reds will be Tommy Helms. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. So bottom of the 7th inning here. Dodgers leading 8-3. Mickelson will stay on the mound. Mickelson, 5-6. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground out to second base. Handled easily by Lefebvre. Over to first it goes. Next batter is Woodward. Woodward is 0 for 2. Mickelson, 4-2. That's a blank. He's not tired. Woodward, 2-4, and that's a ground out to short. Getting over there is Sizemore. Sizemore will take it and toss it over, and that is out number 2. Carroll coming out of the game. Reds will bring on a pinch hitter for Carroll, and it is going to be... It is going to be Jimmy Stewart. 253 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. Jimmy Stewart will go up against Mickelson. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th, 8-3 Dodgers. Mickelson, 6-4, walk, 15 is high. Stewart, 2-2, and it's a fly out to right. Len Gabrielson will get to it. He will make the catch, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3, go the Reds. First time the Reds don't get a hit in an inning. 8-3 Dodgers after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Dodgers lead 8-3. Pinch hitter coming in for the Dodgers and a new pitcher coming in for the Reds. And they are going to go with, coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be George Culver. 5 wins, 7 losses, 4 saves, a 4.28 ERA in 69. Of course, the last time we saw George Culver, he was on the Astros in 72. Dodgers need a pitcher, of new batters, actually. So Mickelson coming out of the game. And coming on to bat for the Dodgers is going to be, coming on to pinch hit will be Paul Popovich. 284 average, a homer, and 18 RBIs. Paul Popovich will be on the Chicago Cubs later in the season. He is on the Dodgers at this moment, early on. Culver will pitch to Popovich. Culver, 6-5, error on a grounder. Popovich, 5-3, and that's going to be a pop out to third. That'll be caught by Perez, and that will be out number 1. Next up is Crawford. Crawford is 0-2 with 2 walks. Culver, 2-3 against a lefty. Home run result against a righty. Crawford needs a 15. That's a 3, and that's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball's deep. That ball's gone. Home run, Willie Crawford. Stadium groans. Crosley Field, known for home runs. It was a hitter's park in 69. And right now, we've got a lot of home runs in this game. It's now 9-3 Dodgers. So a big-time home run for Willie Crawford now makes it 9-3. Here's Gabrielson. Gabrielson 2-for-4 with 2 singles. Well, you sure know how to pick your pinch hitters. 1 out, 9-3 Dodgers now. Culver will pitch. Culver, 3-2. Against the lefty, that's a base hit right up the middle, right past Culver and into the outfield. That's the 3rd hit of the game for Gabrielson. I'll now bring up Sudeikis. Sudeikis is 2-for-4 with 2 singles. And we've got an extra base on the air. Gabrielson on it first, still 1 out. Infield is at double play, though. Strategy rolls are off. Culver, 4-5, possible error. Sudeikis, 2-6. That's a base hit to center field. It's a single. Center fielder is Pete Rose. His error rating is a 2. That's an 11. He won't make an error. Normal runner advancement. Gabrielson, base runner 3. Single to center, -1. A 1 or a 2. Gabrielson will get to third. And it's a 6. Could be an out. Here comes the throw by Rose. Rose's arm rating is a 0. A 1-3. There could be a play. It's a 1. Here comes the throw to third. A 2-5. Gabrielson is out. And he is. Gabrielson thrown out at third, attempting to move up. Sudeikis will take second on the throw, and that's out number 2. So Gabrielson tries to take third base, but Pete Rose throws him out at third. Sudeikis advances to second on the throw. So that does go as a single for Sudeikis, but it's now 2 outs. And now the batter is Fairley. Fairley is 1-for-4 with a single. Sudeikis on at second base. 9-3 Dodgers. Culver will continue to pitch. And I don't know why I'm rolling the strat. Culver will pitch. Culver, 3-1. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 1-5. And that is a home run to center field against the righty. Fairley needs a 12. That's a 3. Boy, they are hitting them out all over the place. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Ron Fairley. Stadium groans. And on opening day here in Crosley Field, the Dodgers now take an 11-3 lead on the Reds. As Ron Fairley goes ahead and treats the Reds unfairly and sends that one to Mars. And here comes Costco. Costco 1 for 4 with a bomb. Reds are the number 1 offense, 69, but only San Diego, Montreal had a worse ERA. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Now 11-3 Dodgers. What a way to start off the 1969 season. Culver will go. He'll stay. He is, believe it or not, he's not tired yet, but they're going to let him pitch. Might as well. Culver, 5-6, that's a blank. Costco, 1-5, that's a power hit to left field. That's a 6. And the hits just keep on coming. Costco has a double. And the Dodgers are taking it out on the Reds in this one in opening day. And here comes Haller. Haller 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. And still 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Culver will be tired after Haller. Culver, 1-2 against the lefty. That's a base hit right past the middle. Costco will come around. He will score. It's 12-3. And the crowd here pretty much leaving here tonight's game. As the crowd heading for the exits, even here on opening day, Dodgers now have a 12-3 lead on a single by Haller. The batter now is Lefebvre. That will be it for Culver. Reds will go to the bullpen. They've seen enough. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Crosley Field. And let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Jack Fisher. 4 wins, 4 losses, save, a 5.50 ERA. Fisher, the 4th Reds pitcher. Lefebvre 0 for 3 for a walk. By the way, I do use the 3 batter rule for relievers, okay, and I do use ghost runners, but those are not used unless I have to bring in a starter in extra innings. I do not use them unless I have to bring in a starting pitcher. I do this on school nights, people. 2 outs, now 12-3 Dodgers. Haller on at first. Fisher will now pitch. Fisher 6-1, that is a blank. Lefebvre 5-5, that's a fly ball hit to right. That'll go in after that will be Tolen, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 4 runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 2 bombs, a home run by Crawford, a 2-run bomb by Fairley, and of course Gabrielson being thrown out at third. Pretty much, well, I don't think it matters here. The Dodgers are killing them. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Leading off for the Natty will be Mr. Pete Rose. Dodgers will go to the bullpen. And they are going to go ahead and bring out, let's see who they're going to bring out. They wouldn't really use Brewer in the situation. I think they will go with Joe Moeller. Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers will be Joe Moeller. 1 win, no losses, save, a 3.35 ERA in 69. Joe Moeller will be the 3rd Dodger pitcher. As he will come out to pitch here, starting the bottom of the 8th. So Pete Rose leads off. He's 1 for 3. 12-3 Dodgers, a blowout here to start the 1969 season. Moeller, 2-1, blank. Rose, 5-3, and Rose leads off with a double into center field. So the leadoff runner is on. Here come the Reds. Reds get a leadoff double. It'll bring up Tolen. Tolen is 1 for 3 with a bomb. Rose on at second. Moeller with the pitch. 1-1, blank. Tolen, 1-5, and that's a ground out to second base. That'll get taken care of there by Helms. Over to first it goes. Rose goes to third, 1 out. Here comes Alex Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3. Looks like the Skyline Chili is doing its thing. Rose on at third, 1 out here. Infield playing back. It doesn't matter here. The run doesn't mean anything. Dodgers looking for outs. Moeller, 2-6. Wild pitch. Well, they're not going to worry about that one because that just went over the catcher's head and to the backstop. Rose will come in. He will score. It's 12-4. So Moeller doesn't give the Dodgers a chance to make a play. So that'll bring in Rose on a wild one. And now it's a 12-4 game. So here's Johnson again, but now 1 out, but the base is empty. Moeller will pitch. Moeller, 2-4. That's a double question mark against a righty. 1-19 is a single up the middle. That's a 16. It's a base hit. So Johnson gets on the base with a hit. It'll now bring up Perez, and he has one of the 3 home runs hit by the Reds tonight. He's 1 for 3 with the bomb. Johnson on at first, infield a double play. 12-4 Dodgers. Moeller with the pitch. Moeller, 1-3, wild pitch, and that one will go wide. And Johnson's going to second. So another wild pitch thrown by Joe Moeller. And immediately, Haller gets up out the crotch to go talk to Moeller and say, hey, settle down here. We're up by 8 runs. Let's finish this off here. So Johnson now on at second base. It takes away the double play. Perez still at the plate. Moeller, 2-3. That is a blank. Perez, 5-2. Base hit right past third. It's a single. Johnson's base running rating is a 4, and that will not be enough to get him in. He will hold at third. So now the Reds moving some base runners around here. A single by Perez. And here comes May. May is 0 for 3. Infield back a double play depth. Looking to close the inning out. The runner at third doesn't mean anything. Runners at the corners. Moeller, 2-1. Blank. May, 2-1. That's a ground out to short. Did they get out of it? 3, 5, 6. But you can only go as high as 5. Second base, Lefevre, 0 pivot. A 1-5. It's a double play. No, it's a 6, like usual. And that's going to throw is going to go to first. Johnson will come in to score. Perez goes to second. 2 men down, and it's now 12-5. A 1-5, it's a double play, and they roll the 6. Not surprising. It always seems to be that way. But now 2 outs. Here's Bench. So they do get the run in. Bench is 2 for 3, a home run and a single. Perez on at second. Moeller will continue to pitch. 2 outs, but now it's a 12-5 ball game. Moeller, 5-3, strikeout, 15 is high. Bench, 1-2, that's a ground out to second base. Getting over there is Helms, he's got it, throws to first for the out, and that will do it. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 wild pitches. 12-5 after 8. What a way to start off the 1969 season. We go to the top of the 9th. Fisher, he'll stay out there, might as well. Fisher will stay out there. He can still pitch to 6 more batters before he tires. Ted Sizemore leads off for the Dodgers here on the top of the 9th. So 12-5 Dodgers. Interesting way to start the 69 season. Fisher, 6-3. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 5-3. That's a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Woodward. And that is the first out. Pinch hitter coming in for Joe Moeller. That'll be it for him. And it is the ninth inning. The Dodgers can bring in anybody, although their bench really ain't that great. Coming on to pinch hit for the Dodgers is going to be a very young Bill Russell. 226 average, 5 homers, 15 RBIs. Bill Russell here will come on to pinch hit against Fisher. 1 out. Fisher will pitch. Fisher, 6-4. That is a blank. Russell, 1-1. And that's a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Woodward. And the throw goes to first for the out. 2 outs. Here comes Crawford. Crawford he is 1 for 3, but he's got a home run and 2 walks. Fisher will go ahead and pitch. Fisher, 6-6, blank. Crawford, 4-4. That's a ground out to second base. Up with it is Helms. He'll take his time, throws it over, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. Dodgers have a 12-5 lead going in the bottom of the ninth, but will we see some ninth inning magic? Or in this case, a ninth inning miracle. Tommy Helms will lead off for the Reds. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Dodgers need a pitcher. They really don't need the closer for this one. But the Dodgers aren't going to take any chances, and he did pitch a lot of innings, and they're going to bring him in. Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be Jim Brewer. 7 wins, 6 losses, 20 saves, a 2.56 ERA. Brewer will come in to close and try to get the game over. So 12-5, bottom of the ninth here at Crosley. And Brewer will pitch. Brewer, 6-3. Strikeout 10, too high. Helms, 2-5. That's a base hit to left field. It'll be a single. Helms leads off with a base hit. Leadoff man is on. Here is Woodward. Infield a double play. Strategy rolls are off. Brewer will pitch. Brewer, 2-6, walk 1, that's ball 4. So Brewer comes in here, and he gives up a single and now a walk. We'll see a pinch hitter for the Reds is Jack Fisher coming out. And coming on to bat for the Reds is going to be Pat Corrales, 264 average, a homer and 5 RBIs. They need base runners here. So Tommy Helms on at second, Woodward on at first, Corrales now at the plate. Nobody out here, bottom of the ninth. Reds right now, Jim Brewer in a little early trouble here, trying to close this game out. But right now the Reds are saying not so fast. Brewer, 5-2 against the righty, strikeout plus 10. That's a 14. That is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is out number 1. It makes him a 24 minus 2, 22. He does get Corrales. So that's the first out. Here comes Rose. Rose is 2 for 4, a single and a double. So runners at first and second. Brewer will come on and he will pitch. Here it comes. Brewer, 1-6. Possible error. Rose, 6-1. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Bill Sudakis. His error rating is a 10. That's a 19. He will not make an error. Now, where the ball was hit to, that is right at him. That is towards the line of double play. It'll be a 5-3. So double play rating is 2, 0, no pivot. Plus 1 is 3, but no pivot. A 1-3, it's a 5-3 double play. No. They get the force out at Helms, and Woodward will make second, and Rose will make first, 2 down. They do get the force. That's all they get, though. There's 2 away. Now the batter is Tolen with 2 outs. So that goes as a fielder's choice. And now Tolen, the last chance. He's 1 for 4 with a bomb. 2 men down. The fans that are still here at Crosley Field hoping for a hit. Woodward on at second. Rose on at first. Tolen at the plate. Brewer sets up and he will pitch. Brewer, 3-3. Range play. Tolen, 5-2. And that is a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Sizemore. The infield is back. His range is a 2. He ain't getting it. It's a base hit. Woodward, a base running rating of 3. And that will be good enough. He will come around. He will score. Woodward comes in to score. Rose will hold at second base. Tolen to first. It's 12-6. So the game is not over yet. On a base hit by Tolen. Now the batter is Johnson. Brewer will be tired after Johnson. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Brewer trying to close the game for the Dodgers. Reds are trying to make it interesting here. Rose to third, 2 outs. I'm sorry, that's right, 2 outs. Rose goes to third. So runners at first and third. Brewer goes ahead. He will pitch. Brewer, 1-4, strikeout 9. That's too high. Johnson, 4-3, and against the lefty, that's going to be a double into right field. Rose will come in to score. Tolen, a base running rating of 5. Double to right, +1 is a 6. There's not going to be a throw. Tolen will easily come around. He will score. Johnson goes to second base. 2 runs come in. It's 12-8. A double by Johnson. 2 more runs come in. It's 12-8, and here's Perez. And Brewer is now tired. And they're going to take him out. That'll be it for Brewer as the Dodgers are going to the bullpen. Still 2 outs here. And coming in for the Dodgers to pitch is going to be Alan Foster. 3 wins, 9 losses, a 4.37 ERA. Dodgers trying to get that final out. But the Reds are saying not so fast. It's now 12-8. Perez is 2 for 4, a home run and a single. As Dan Atkins joins us here at Crosley Field. There's my 30. So Johnson on at second. Foster will pitch to Perez. The fans here at Crosley Field saying, wait a minute, this game may not be over. Foster coming in, and he will pitch. Foster, 1-5, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, strikeout. That's your game. Dodgers will go ahead and hold on. They win it tonight, 12-8. Stadium groans. 3 runs, 3 hits and a walk. And the Dodgers will hold on tonight and win this game 12-8. In a game historically that went 3-2, but inside pitch had other things to say. And the Dodgers get this win, and they will win on opening day. They will go to 1-0, and the Reds will drop to 0-1. So an early, nice opening day win for the Dodgers. Final line score coming up. For the Dodgers, 12 runs on 15 hits and no errors. For the Reds, 8 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Don Drysdale. He's going to wind up getting the win. Gary Nolan will take the loss. And really no holds. Mickelson, Moeller, Brewer, and Foster really don't get any holds in this one. So it'll just be a win there for the Dodgers. So the Dodgers get the win 12-8. And that is the start of our 1969 season, but we are not done. The first 10-minute ticker of 1969 is coming up next. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. FastScore Baseball, for those of you who don't know how to use this, is available from Brian Davis from the Replay Baseball website. Okay, no relation to Chris Davis, who creates Inside Pitch, although those two do know each other. In FastScore, if you look here, you will see the games. You'll see the games, and of course, you see the numbers over here. They're already filled in for you, including home field advantage. You roll 2 dice. The black dice are always the visiting team. The white dice are the home team. The large black die is the 10s. The small die is the 1s. And then we use the scoring chart here to see what will happen. So I'll roll once here to let you know. See, there were only 3 games played on the 7th of April. So 12-8's the final. So let's see here. So you have the Yankees against the Senators. Almost said Nationals. Almost. So Stoudemire against Pasquale. So it's 11 versus 4. So I roll the dice, and so we check. So the Yankees have an 11, okay? And there is a 46. 11 on a 46, we come here, and it is a 5. So the Yankees get 5 runs. The Senators have a 4. Their roll is a 52. And a 4 on a 52 comes up to a right here, and that is a 4. So the Yankees win the game 5-4. Giants and the Braves. Well, the reason why I did that, Brian B., was because I really wasn't thrilled with the other 2 opening day matchups. That's all. Giants and the Braves. Giants 12-41, and that's 4. Braves 4-34, and that is 2, and that will be a win for the G-Men. On to April 8th, Boston at Baltimore. Boston 8-36, and that is 3. Orioles 16-32, and that's 4. Orioles will get the win. Pilots and the Angels. Pilots 7-15, that's 1. Angels 10-42, and that is 4. A win for the Halos. Cleveland at Detroit. Indians 1-23, and that is 1. Tigers 12-26, and that is 3. That's a win for the Cats. Minnesota and the Royals. Minnesota 12-16, and that is 2. Royals 6-42, and that is 3. And the Kansas City Royals, of course, in 1969, this was their expansion season. They win the first game of their franchise's history. And White Sox and Oakland. White Sox 5-34, and that is 3. Athletics 15-35, and that is 5. That's a win for the A's. Giants and the Braves. Giants 5-61, that is 5. Atlanta 6-13, that's 0, a win for the G-Men. Phillies and the Cubs. Phillies 6-52, and that is 4. Cubs 20-31, and that is 5. That's a win for Fergie and the Cubs. Expos and the Mets. Mudcat Grant against Seaver. If I remember, the Expos actually won this game. Montreal 0-55, and that's 3. Mets 14-42. Nope, the Mets will change history, and my Mets start off with a happy recap. Astros and the Padres. Astros 10-51, and that is 5. Padres expansion team that year. 7-13, that is 1. And the Astros win their first game of the season. Pittsburgh and the Cardinals. Pirates 3-61, and that is 5. Cardinals 10-62, that is 7. And the Cardinals behind Mr. Gibson get their win. On to April 9th, Seattle at California. Pilots 3-34, and that is 2. Angels 9-46, that is 5, a win for the Halos. Minnesota at Kansas City. Roger Nelson, the MVP from 72, on the mound. Twins 12-14, that is 2. Royals 7-46, that is 4, a win for the Royals. White Sox and Oakland. White Sox 8-24, and that is 2. Athletics 10-32, that is 3, and that is a win for the A's. Yankees and the Senators, we have them tomorrow night. Yankees 3-22, and that is 1. Senators 9-53, and that is 5. The Senators get the win. And actually in 69, the Senators were not too bad. Giants and Atlanta. Giants 10-62, that is 7. Braves 15-56, that is also 7. We have a tie. Now, when we have a tie, we switch to the extra innings, and we go by the clutch. We roll one die to decide. So, San Francisco rolls a 1, plus 0 is 1. And Atlanta rolls a 2, plus 2 is 4. Atlanta will win it in extras. By the way, if there is a tie after this, home team always gets the win. Philadelphia at the Cubs. Phillies 4-21, and that is 1. Cubs 10-54, and that is 6. Cubs get the win. Dodgers and the Reds. Dodgers 6-55, that is 5. Reds 11-66, that's 10. And there's a win for the Reds. Expos and the Mets. Can my Mets get 2 happy recaps to start the season? Expos 6-33, and that is 3. Mets 12-21, and that's 2. Nope, can't do it. And they don't get the happy one there. Astros and the Padres. Astros 12-55, and that is 6. Padres minus 252, that is going to be 2. And another win for the Stros. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates 11-15, and that is 2. Cardinals 5-65, and that is 7. And that is a win for the Cardinals. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be April 10th. We will be at RFK Stadium as the New York Yankees take on the Washington Senators. Fritz Peterson will go for the Yankees, and Jim Hannon will be going for the Senators. Should be a fun game. This season is already underway. What can we expect the rest of the way? I don't know, but we've only just begun it, and we got a long way to go. Yankees and Senators tomorrow night. Be there or be square. Frank Rosenk, Midlife Crisis, Brian Patterson, PFLQR, JT Dutch, Steeler Fan, Doug Hunt, and let's see, Double D, Brian B, Ben Witz, Michael Joyner, didn't see you there, sir, glad to have you there, Rick Query, and let's see, Dan Atkins, Badger and Burnmouth Fan, Phoenix Knight, ESG2, and let's see here. Let's see if I get everybody as possible. Frank Rosenk, Baseball with the Demos. Of course, Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike, Ryan Sullivan, Tracy Meehan, Marlon Price, Chuck Rawlings, John Haverly, DB. And let's see here. Let's see. Do I have everyone? I got to go through the whole thing. DJP. I always try to say thank you to everyone. Jimmy Jam, Jeremy Brooks, Clee Baseball Fan, Ron McGrath. I think I got everyone. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Los Angeles Dodgers go ahead and win on opening day. They beat the Reds tonight 12-8. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.